So, John, a couple of days ago we got a teaser for a new Super Mario Lego crossover set, presumably, but we didn't really know what it was at the time. Well, just 2 days later, we finally know, because we just got a full reveal trailer, or at least a reveal trailer for the Super Mario Lego kit, and it looks pretty freaking cool. But, beyond that, it's also not at all what we predicted as in evolving the Switch, which, to be fair, I had been starting to expect, because as some people pointed out, the scale just didn't make sense for it to be a Switch. Although I thought there might have been some artistic liberty with that, in which they may have scaled Mario down for the picture, but yeah, very clearly there's no Switch involved here, at least inside Mario, and he actually has screens built into him, like little tiny screens that give the emotion. So yeah, so in this video, as you can see here, like we see a whole Mario kit with him jumping around, interacting with various objects, and it all just looks like a lot of fun. What's your raw reaction to this, John?
I'm still processing it, but it looks like it revolves around imagination more than I expected. Like, Mario's interacting with everything, but I think just the way you play with him feels very natural to just how Lego works. So when I was predicting what this would be, I was expecting something a bit more game-like. But it seems you can just jump around and create your own things to your own freedom, which is really cool for a kid's toy.
Yeah, what they've done here is effectively let you create your own Mario levels and imagine it's a game, because we do see Mario interacting with various objects to the point where it even starts with a countdown timer when Mario pops out of a warp pipe or goes into a warp pipe, and then I think that sounds like that starts some music, and then you're able to like just jump around the level and tap on various enemies to kill them, in quotes. And when you do this, like things Mario interacts with those objects, or at least Mario reacts to them, where his like eyes light up. You can see little animations on his chest as the timer continues to count down. And it's just like a really cute way of doing things. So it seems like you can see on everything he interacts with, it's like on it's like a square-shaped icon, like or element. Even like the Goomba has a square-shaped like depression in his head, which I'm guessing might be like NFC based, or in some way Mario is sensing those things he's touching on, and it creates various animations in him, and that's pretty cool, I think. And that's something I didn't quite expect.
And we also see, like, when he jumps into the lava pit, his chest goes all fiery, and it looks like some coins are being lost at the bottom there too. So I wonder if, like, if you tap into Goombas the wrong way, maybe you'll lose coins or whatever else. And right at the end, when he's speaking to Yoshi, there's like some hearts going on in his chest. So I don't know what's going on there, if that's giving you coins or that's giving you health. But yeah, it just like looks like you can really interact with everything to a far greater extent than I ever would have imagined. And yeah, it could be like really cool to test, like to make these Mario levels and then test your friends and see how many coins they can get, how fast they can beat it. It seems really imaginative.
Also, you kind of brushed over something there, John. Yoshi! We got Lego Yoshi, along with Bowser Jr. And then we got various enemies too. We saw a Shy Guy, we saw Goombas, I think we saw Koopa Troopas in here too, if I remember correctly. Piranha Plants, certainly. There's a fair amount going on here in this kit, and it looks all super cool. And yeah, it's actually going a little bit. I mean, I don't know if it's beyond what I expected, but as you were saying, kind of like a little bit of a different direction than what I was expecting, and I like it. I think this makes sense for Lego, where you are kind of designing your own levels. I am just curious though to see how much you're going to lean in on the game side of things, because the countdown timer is pretty prominent throughout the trailer, and it does suggest there's some kind of game element, which I'm not even sure how that would fully work as a game, because it has to be primarily up to you, how you go through these levels. But as part of that too, I noticed that on the back of Mario, there seem to be two switches. I believe one is a power switch, the other looked like a Bluetooth icon, which suggests it's connecting to something, or maybe that is how it interacts with these objects. Maybe a short-range Bluetooth. But I'm also wondering if it might go even farther, if maybe it will connect to, say, a Switch or something, and there's even more of a proper game on there, displayed on a separate Switch. They didn't show it off here, though, so I'm thinking they probably would have if that actually were the case. So that actually might be what they're doing here for the interaction. Instead of NFC, maybe it's like short-range Bluetooth.
That's true, yeah. Also, this probably doesn't showcase every single thing that's coming in these Lego sets, because there was around 13 or so that were listed, so maybe the Bluetooth can do something with an object that we haven't seen yet. But yeah, it's cool just seeing Mario interact with everything. And when he goes into a pipe, his eyes look down. And,
yeah.
I don't know how creepy this is going to be in reality, like seeing Mario just sort of in the real world, like looking at these objects, because it's kind of creepy. Like Tom mocked up this
of a Stephen King horror novel, yeah. and he had Mario like lurking in the shadows. I actually have a freeze frame here on 23 seconds where Mario looks very angry. He's looking to the side and he's slightly blurred, and it's terrifying. It's pretty great. Yeah, so this is, I don't know, like, this is not quite what I expected, but it's kind of, if I were a kid, I would be eating this up. I mean, I'm still eating up a little bit, but, you know, if I were a kid, I'd probably be losing my mind at this. Like, this seems like such a neat idea where it actually, I think the closest thing I came up with during our initial reaction was, like, you're making your own Super Nintendo world. Now, in that case, I meant literally the theme park, but here, it seems like you actually are making your own, you know, your own Mario-themed levels. And they're not quite the full. It's not quite the full like kind of pre-built, well, not pre-built, but like pre-structured kit a la like Harry Potter, or even like what we were expecting in the form of Peach's Castle, for instance. It seems like there's a very free form in allowing you in how to build it.
It could get more in depth though, because there is a $100 set, so I wonder if that's going to be a bit more elaborate.
That probably will be.
Yeah, but either way, I'll be kind of worried to break my set though, because you're pushing Mario around everywhere. You're like literally knocking Bowser Jr. off his pedestal and jumping on him. I'd be scared if I spent hours building this stuff up and then just wreck it with Mario jumping around.
Gotta wreck it! I don't know, but the Legos are pretty sturdy at the same time, right? So, might be okay. And I think you're right, too. Like, assuming those 13 kits happen, which I'm sure they will, or at least more than this one, you're probably right. We probably will get even more, like, you know, in-depth or you know, more kind of like pre-structured kits. And what is kind of exciting is how you might be able to combine those. You can have like these levels that lead up to those various other more themed elements, like Peach's Castle or Bowser's Castle. And I can only imagine that Mario's going to interact with, you know, those objects in some way. Which, I mean, at least I hope that's the case. So maybe Mario's pre-programmed to interact with even more objects, or maybe that's something that's relayed in real time through these objects. Maybe they're telling Mario how to react. I'm not quite sure how that's working, but.
Yeah, I mean, I suppose that could be another functionality for Bluetooth, that maybe Mario can be updated. Let's say some stuff comes out in the future, you might have to update Mario's firmware via Bluetooth or something like that. Yeah, I mean, there's so much potential for this, and just watching this trailer over and over again, it seems like it could be a ton of fun. But I think, as you were saying earlier, it might be a little bit lost on us. I think we could still have fun with it, but it definitely seems more geared at kids. Which, you know, that's fair. That's the target market for this. But I still want it.
How dare you, John? I'm both offended suggesting that that we can't enjoy this, and also that we're not just really big kids.
Yeah. I mean, I think we're more excited about Labo than majority of kids were.
That's actually totally true. No, I mean, you're totally right. Like, yeah, this is... So when Nintendo revealed Labo, they actually even said they're gearing it toward everyone. Now, although it is, you know, it was primarily geared toward kids, I think everyone has some fun with it, but this definitely seems to be skewing even younger than that, as far as I can ascertain. I mean, we see just 2 kids playing with it here, and that's it. I just had an idea, though, John, with the whole kids playing with it, what if we got a Lego movie, but with Mario?
I mean, it could happen. I mean, the floodgates are open now. Yeah, I mean, this could mean a lot of stuff. Like, we could have Lego Mario games, we could have Lego Mario movies. I'm all for that. And, you know, I feel like kind of the Lego identity of Mario might flow really well, because you don't have to have crazy in-depth characters. It can just be fun, colourful action going on most of the time. So, yeah, like a Lego Mario movie would work really well, I think.
That actually might be huge. Combining 2 properties. And Lego has been on the... I mean, I guess Lego movies have been on a bit of a downward slide in terms of, like, box office reception. But maybe this is what they need to reinvigorate themselves, you know? That's what Universal's doing. This is, you know, I mean, this might just be it. They might have stumbled onto something here.
Yeah, this is the answer. There's one thing I'm wondering about at the moment. When you're putting together all the pieces, right at the end they're putting together Mario's hat on his head, which is something we did actually speculate about in the reveal trailer, but... can we change his hat, or is that just part of building Mario?
Oh, can I have him wear Luigi's hat and mimic the old, like, Mario cartoons where they got the coloring wrong constantly?
That'd be amazing.
That'd be so great. That's a great question. Yeah, we don't actually see it come off, right?
Oh, they're putting it on at the beginning, but that's it, yeah. So I don't know if they're just... I don't know if you assemble Mario yourself, or... Oh,
you're right, you do see it. Yeah, you're right. You do very clearly see it go on. So... Yeah, I guess. I mean, or yeah. I mean, at the very least, I mean, Mario's hat does come off in the games, so that could be what they're mimicking here. But yeah, I mean, presumably there are other characters like Luigi, which I'm sure he'd come along at some point, there's no reason why you wouldn't be able to put his hat on Mario, so...
Right. I mean, Shy Guy is a pretty deep cut for just your general Mario enemy, so I would definitely expect to see Luigi and Peach and everybody else.
That's so weird to hear Mario as like a deep cut Shy Guy as a deep cut for Mario. But you're kind of right, because Shy Guy's more of a Yoshi enemy now.
Right.
So he's kind of like crossed back over into the Mario-verse here, which I'm totally okay with.
Yeah. And we'll no doubt see Bowser. Bowser's probably going to be one of the more expensive sets, though. Like this, what if we have like Mario Galaxy 2 Giant Bowser as a Lego piece?
OMG. And actually, to that point, I wonder if there could be other characters that have like the same level of interaction that Mario does, or if it'll be kept as just him. Because even though we have like another main character or other main characters here in the form of Yoshi and Bowser Jr., I don't think we see any like interaction, any direct interaction with them along the same lines that Mario has.
Yeah, not really.
So I wonder if
we see a piranha plant react to Mario by him like stomping it back into its pipe, but yeah, we don't really see any other characters moving around. I would think if they were to have that kind of functionality, they probably would have the 2 kids in this trailer showcasing that. It seems like it's mostly just your own single-player adventure, but some kind of co-op functionality would be cool. Like if you have someone as Mario and Luigi.
Right, so that could be where future kits come in. Maybe you can get more of these Mario digital hybrid things. Mm-hmm. It's all really just a cool idea. The only thing that still creeps me out is the screen on his chest, because like that doesn't make sense. I get why it's there, but contextually, thematically, what?
It just feels like Mario's been hospitalized, and that's just the remains of his injuries. This giant screen.
Like he like fell on a switch, and now it's his whatever the thing Tony Stark has in his chest that keeps him alive. Oh man, or maybe it's like maybe it's like the movie Crank, where he has to like keep his heartbeat up at a certain rate. That's why he's playing games with himself constantly. He's got that constant clock to give him enough thrill to stay alive.
I'm sure this is what Lego was going for. Yeah,
obviously, this is why this isn't geared towards us as adults and more towards kids. They will ask questions like these.
By the way, at the end it says batteries not included. So do you think Mario's the only thing that has batteries inside it, or are we powering a bunch of different kids?
I think the idea would be, my take would be that Mario has batteries inside him.
Yeah.
So I'm guessing he doesn't have like a lithium-ion battery, but it's, like a AA or something like that. Whatever you can fit inside the tiny Mario figures, so...
Yeah, there is a panel just under his hair, so I guess you'll take that off and just put whatever else in. So you're sort of powering Mario's brain with batteries.
Wow, this is getting creepier and creepier. The more I think about this, though, I think the more I like this idea more than what I thought it might have been originally, with the idea of that being a bigger Mario and there being a Switch inside of it. I just kind of like this. Like, yeah, it's just going all in on the whole, like, the very foundation of Lego, basically, where you are, like, you're just using your imagination and combining that with, like, some very light, as far as we can tell, like, gameplay elements. And that's pretty cool. It seems like kind of like a perfect merger of these two properties.
It does, yeah. And our original idea was quite inaccessible, like needing to have a $300 console and then all these Lego kits. Just having Lego on its own, that makes way more sense for kids.
I think so. Alright, John, any final thoughts all about Lego Mario, or are we about done here?
I just can't wait to see more. It just seems really fun, and I've got a niece who's coming up to being the age where she might appreciate this kind of stuff, so it'd be really cool to see her playing with this. So yeah, it just seems like a really fun kids product, and I kind of want it myself.
I agree. I definitely wanted to do, like, this would be a really fun unboxing to do, / play around with for 10 hours on stream. So yeah, hopefully we can figure out, like, a review copy on this, so... Alright, well, with that, I think we're about done here, so thank you so much for watching, and of course, stay tuned to Game Explain for lots more on LEGO Super Mario, hopefully at some point, and everything else Nintendo as well. We'll catch you later. Bye.